Celebrate. Hobbin worth the wait.
Worth the wait.
Feel the love. We don't got no hate.
Got no hate.
Bring your friends. Come participate.
Hello and welcome to the HSSay podcast. My name is Abhay Ram, the media chair and host of the HSSay podcast. Joining me today is the meetings chair of the Hindu Students Association, Sanjna Bhatia. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So just to, since it's only our second episode, to recap what the purpose of the HSSay podcast is, it's basically to highlight our members and also highlight the diversity of our organization. So let's get right into it. Why did you join HSSay?
So as I was growing up, my family wasn't very religious. And so because of that, when I came to college, I was like, I kind of want to explore my religion a little bit more. Yeah. I did Chinmaya for a couple years when I was growing up. We quit just because it was so far from my house, and I felt like I wasn't really getting anything out of it. So I wanted to learn more about my religion, but also I wanted to find a group of friends that wasn't the exact same as my high school friends. Even though I'm still really good friends with all my high school friends, I wanted to kind of branch out a little, and I thought HSSay was a good way of doing that.
And so you're from Plano, right?
Yes.
So there's like 3 high schools in Plano?
Yes.
And they're all humongous.
Yes.
How many kids at each would you say?
My graduating class was 1,400, and I
God.
think the graduating class at each high school is 1,400. Yes.
For context, my high school had 1,400 people total.
Total?
So
was it 4 years?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
what were yours?
2 years. So each high school had so there was a junior high, which was 9th and 10th grade, and then senior high, which was 11th and 12th grade.
Okay.
So a senior high would have 2,800 people.
Oh, okay.
And then total, and then our junior high would have 1,400 people total, because there'd be 2 junior highs that feed into 1 senior high.
Gotcha.
Kind of
so your class is still like 1,000 plus kids.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that like going to such a big high school?
Honestly, and this is one of my issues with the education system, actually. Getting really deep. It felt like a small school for me.
Okay.
Because, and this makes me so mad, the AP kids and the honors kids were so highly segregated from the regular kids or the kids who took regular classes.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw any of them, and it was also very segregated on racial terms. Ooh. Which is very sad and
problematic
and
for
extremely problematic.
Yeah.
And all the regular kids and all the regular classes would have coaches as teachers for coaches as teachers for all the classes, and AP classes would have amazing teachers. So I loved every single one of my teachers. Mm-hmm. There was not a teacher I could complain about. Yeah. But the regular classes I could not say the same thing. I think I took maybe 1 regular class throughout high school, and just the difference in the kinds of people that were in your class was so jarring.
So you were kind of in your own bubble, like an honors
exactly
bubble.
Your own honors AP bubble, which is so sad to me. I hate it. But
so I guess
it's where the education system has come to.
For some people, that bigger high school experience would have been probably worse than your own personal.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
A little bit back to HSSay. What is your favorite event?
My favorite event would have to be Holi. I feel like that's most people's favorite event.
I mean, it's a very popular event.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though I don't know, I've only been to 1 UT Holi.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I'm a sophomore. But last year Holi was so fun. Even though it was freezing outside, just the way it was kind of a culmination of the entire year of HSSay as well. So just seeing how far I'd come from from the beginning of freshman year to the end of freshman year, especially in HSSay, and the new people I'd met and everything was just very, very special to me. So,
For sure. So would you say that you run into a lot of people you know on a daily basis then? How many Plano kids would have come to UT
okay.
Austin?
Plano kid, from the entire Plano?
Your Plano spheres.
Okay,
People
so from my high school, I think about 100 kids came, from my class. So I would think about 300 Plano kids here. I don't know if I'm right, but I think I think it's about 100. Yeah. Because our top 7% get in for sure.
Oh yeah, the
right?
justice system.
And
right.
I don't know how many of the top 7% would say yes. Yeah. But then more than that also.
We'll get in through
for sure. Being a good student.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So I guess we can get right into it. For this HSSay podcast, we asked you guys to give questions to make my life easier. So I'm just going to take some of those questions. I'm going to hit you with them. If it's an easy question, you're going to respond quickly.
Okay, cool.
If it's a lengthy question, you can kind of
let's do this.
Go off a little bit. So to start off, and I'll credit who asked the question after I asked the question. So looking through here, there's a couple of good ones. First one, why are you like this? Do you have any?
I don't know how to answer this. I feel like I get asked that quite often by the person who asked this question.
Is it after you do something kind of?
No, it's just it's like a conversation opener. Honestly, like, why are you like this? I get asked that quite often, and it's just because I feel like I do a lot of crazy, random, embarrassing things just to embarrass my friends.
Makes sense.
And
that
so,
they're always asking why.
Yeah,
are you
they're like, why are you like this?
Another question from Rohit Prasad. Who is your idol?
Ooh, okay. Well, I don't know. I have so many idols in my life. There's so many people I like want to look up to. I know who he wants me to answer with this question.
Who does he want you to
He
answer?
wants me to answer Dr. Shabir because I love Dr. Shabir so much. I feel like before I went into OChem, I mean, I'm only like a month into OChem, but like before I went into OChem, I feel like everyone would like scare me about it like be like, it's the worst class ever and like you're gonna hate it and like it's so much work, and like I think that she makes the class so, like, even though everyone says she's the hardest professor to take OChem with, she makes the class so interesting and she teaches so well. Like, she's such an amazing professor and she genuinely, like, cares so much about her students. Yeah. It's, like, amazing. And then we interviewed her for actually an HSA thing. Yeah. And she was talking about, like, her, like, life story and stuff, which you'll have to check out when it comes out on our HSA Facebook. But she talks about her life story and everything, and she's just so inspirational. So, yeah.
So I think he was right in assuming who you should be talking about. I'm very passionate. From ashpet.14, what are your hobbies?
Ooh, okay. Some of my hobbies include... I feel like, okay, this is also another issue I have with life, because I was talking to some of my friends about this the other day, and like one of my friends had an interview, and she was like, she's a very academically driven person, and that's something that inspires me so much about her. And so in the interview, they asked her a bunch of questions. She answered with obviously her research and stuff like that. And then they were like, they kind of like insinuated that they were like, but what are your hobbies? Like, what else do you do? And it makes me so mad.
Why does that make you so mad?
Because why is it not interesting for academics to be your passion?
That's true.
Why is it not? Why do you have to be athletic? Why do you have to be artistic? Why do you have to have musical talent why do those have to be your hobbies? Why can't your hobbies be something that's academic? And like,
I follow.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
do. And like, I don't know, like, also obviously I wasn't at her interview, so like I don't know how like strongly they like wanted other things, but like that just made me kind of.
That makes sense, because like academics are inherently like, oh, that's not a hobby.
Yeah,
that can't
not
be
interesting.
fun.
Yeah, that can't.
How can you enjoy doing that?
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
So back to like my hobbies. So obviously, like, yes, like being like working with kids is a hobby of mine.
Do you want to elaborate on that one, working with kids?
Okay, well, I love kids.
No, in the sense of like, I remember you're in a lab.
Yes, yeah. So I work in a child development lab, which sounds really creepy at first.
How are you developing the children?
Yeah, no, exactly. It sounds so creepy. I feel like whenever I tell people, I have to like back it up with like a whole like 5-minute
disclaimer.
Disclaimer about it. Like, we don't like just. It's not like us doing
experimenting on children.
Yeah, it's not just us doing experiments on children. It's actually like a school on campus. I don't know if anyone knows about it, but it's a school on campus, and it's a normal running preschool. It has like infants through kindergarten, and pretty much these parents have consented to us being able to do observational research on the children as well. So yeah, that's something I really like doing. I love learning about children, because I feel like a lot of people discount their childhood years as being formative to who they are as a person right now, and they're so important, so important. So I feel like a lot of people don't think about that, about how their childhood experiences affect who they are right now, and
Awesome. So that, I guess you'd consider that a hobby of yours, that lab and academics. Based on what you just said.
Yes.
Cool. And then beyond that, any other
dancing?
Hobbies?
I enjoy dancing.
I remember you being on a dance team.
Yes.
Really.
Plugging Zova. I enjoy doing Kathak dance. I danced throughout middle school and high school. And so
you're trying to... Zoba's done a lot more like Bharatanatyam stuff, right? So you're trying to infuse some Kathak.
I'm trying to get some Kathak in there.
And how's that going?
All the girls are so sweet, and it's something that's interesting to me actually. A lot of people group Indian classical dance into like one kind of like, oh, it's Indian classical dance, but they don't realize how different all of the different Indian classical dances are, like Kathak, Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam, all of the other, I don't know all the names, sorry. Like, they're so different.
Yeah.
For me, trying to do Bharatanatyam steps is so difficult.
Yeah.
It's a completely different skill set of
Yeah.
everything. And it just makes me like, what do you call it?
Angry?
Not angry. It makes me so much like value Indian classical dance so much more because of the diversity that it has.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to infuse some Kathak in there.
You're the only Kathak dancer.
And I'm the only Kathak dancer. So
you've got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, no, but they're all so sweet. They all like to want to learn, and that's what is the most important thing.
And you're also picking up some Bharatanatyam
I'm trying.
here and there.
I'm really bad. Like Aramundi is so difficult. I'm just kind of like I'm like trying to be in the back for like the Bharatanatyam parts
and then Kathak parts just kind of like, sneak up to the front.
Yeah.
Nice. So dancing, developing children, and then
that's
beyond that.
Yeah.
Everything else.
I'm trying to like think about like I used to read a lot when I was I still enjoy reading a lot. I just don't think I have as much time to.
I feel that,
but like in middle school and some high school, I used to read a lot. I read an okay amount, but it's like when I say okay amount, it's like 2 books a year, which is like nothing compared to other people.
Slow and steady.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see what other questions we had from our audience. The Why Are You Like This was from @AbbyRex, by the way. Next question from @Rohan Shah. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh. Okay, let's see. I think I recently changed mine.
So you're not annoyed by the previous thing anymore?
Yeah, I'm not annoyed by the previous thing anymore. Okay. I think my biggest pet peeve right now is like humble bragging. Yes, it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I am definitely someone guilty of this as well. Like I think I've been trying to work on myself to do less of this because it started annoying me so much in other people.
Yeah.
Where you're just kind of like, it's so subtle too. Like it's so subtle, but it kind of just leaves you feeling like the other person feeling like icky or like feeling like not enough. Like feeling like jealous, not jealous exactly, but feeling like inferior.
Yeah. It's hard to, you have to tiptoe a line between like just talking about your accomplishments versus like, trying like acting like you're not trying to talk about them but still talking about them.
No. I think it's so much more impressive when you find out about people's accomplishments
from other people
when they did not tell you. I find that much more impressive. About people.
I always get like an underdog vibe from that, right? Yes. Someone who's like that doesn't want to be judged based on the accomplishments.
And that's like huge.
It's like really cool.
That is like something I admire in a lot of my friends actually when they're so talented, so smart, but you don't see that about them in an everyday context. And
beautiful.
Yeah.
Another question from @Yukta Sankara. Bollywood or Hollywood?
Definitely Bollywood.
Definitely. I feel like I could have answered that one for you.
You definitely could have. Yeah.
Say another question from Yukta. If you could visit one of the planets in the solar system, which would it be?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Earth is pretty nice.
You're just gonna stay on Earth. Way to be creative.
I think okay. Now I have to come up with something else. I don't know. Maybe I think Pluto.
Yeah, right.
Because the view would be kind of nice, but is that even a planet anymore?
See, that's the thing. I feel like I'd just go to Pluto, pat him on the back, be like, "It's okay, bro.
It's okay, bro.
You're not a planet, but we still love you."
Yes, exactly.
We have a couple of "Why are you so cute?" I don't know how you can answer that one, but okay. From @Ritu Trivedi, do you have Garba? I think she's referring to us as an organization.
Yeah, Ritu is one of my best friends who goes to WashU actually, and so she was asking if we're as cool as WashU because they had Garba last night, and I'd like to say that we are actually cooler than WashU because our UT Garba is on October 18th, Navratri. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Come
UT Rec Sports.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
From Apurva.ka, what's your favorite part about HSSay?
Ooh, definitely the people, 100%. I think it's so amazing that so many people with diverse points of view, even within Hinduism, and with diverse points of view, diverse backgrounds, diverse majors, diverse interests can come together and make so many amazing events happen. Make this org run. We run this org like a business, and it's just amazing to me that we do it. So, and we all work so well together. Whenever we disagree, I think we disagree with our ideas, we don't attack each other personally, and that's something that's so special to me about HSSay.
Awesome. So I'll try to grab a couple more from here. From @Sahil Bolar, how's your day going?
It's going pretty well. Yeah, what did I do? I just studied all morning, actually.
That sounds pretty.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite way to spend a Saturday, honestly.
From @Varshney Murali, what type of music do you listen to?
Ooh, this is kind of controversial.
Well, go ahead. I know the answer, but you can go ahead.
Okay, so my top 3 genres of music are country.
No, I'm kidding.
Country is probably not number 1. I think it'd be number 2 or something. Spanish music, like Latin music. Actually top 4. Okay. And Bollywood music. I love Bollywood music.
Yeah.
And then, but also, okay, it's interesting to me that people group Bollywood music into one genre because it's
diverse.
so diverse.
Yeah.
So like, I like listening to all Bollywood music, I would say. And then, like pop music.
Just all pop music.
Not all pop music, but
Yeah.
like also that's a really diverse genre.
Yeah, for sure.
But like recently, I like did the Spotify thing where it like tells you about like your music choices,
and all that, yeah.
and it was like you listen to music like a parent. And I was like,
sounds about
cool.
right.
I was like, yeah.
I mean, you're
sounds
spending all
about
your time like raising children.
Yeah,
anyway,
I guess. I mean, it's inevitable.
It kind of fits the vibe. I think I'll take like 1 or 2 more questions here.
All right.
Ritu asked if you missed her. Do you want to?
Yes, I miss you a lot, Ritu. Please pick up my FaceTime calls.
And I think that might be all of our questions from the audience.
All
so
right.
good job. Thank you guys for sending
Thanks,
them
guys.
in. And I hope she did a good job answering them for you.
Hope so.
You said one of your music tastes that you liked was Latin music.
Yes.
You are also a Spanish major.
I am a Spanish
Can you talk about what
major.
inspired that decision?
Okay, so all throughout middle school and high school, I feel like my Spanish teachers have been like my favorite teachers. Definitely. Yeah, they always have been so passionate about the subject, and learning, like while I was learning about like Spanish, I also like started learning about the Spanish culture. And something that's really interesting to me about the Spanish culture, I don't know, it's not Spanish culture, like the Latin culture, Hispanic culture. I don't know the right term for it. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone. It's very similar to Indian culture. The colors, the foods, the family values, the like the values for your elders, stuff like that the community values is very similar to Indian culture. And it just like it's very interesting to me that we think like the world is much smaller and humans are much more similar than we like to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Like human tendencies and human core values are much more similar, and cultures are much similar than we like to say or like to think.
Yeah.
And it kind of just like attests to the fact that like why are we all disagreeing in the world, because like we're all much more similar than we think. So that's something that's really interesting to me about Spanish culture, and I just like I love not Spanish culture, Hispanic culture.
Sure, yeah.
And I just love, I think knowing Spanish is so important for going into the medical field as well. Like over the summer I volunteered at a free clinic, and I was as a volunteer translator, and it like just like how I didn't realize I would be making such a big impact as I did. Because if you can't communicate in medicine, you literally cannot practice. So that's like the one thing that you have to be able to do. So. And
then your other major is human development and family sciences.
Wow, you got it right.
I got it right after a lot of practice. Can you talk about? So I feel like that relates to a lot of the child development stuff you're doing too.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to speak to what the major is all about?
Okay, so I'm also pre-med. So kind of going around being a doctor, I think you can know how much ever medicine you want. You can know you can be the best. You can get like hundreds in all your science classes. You can be so smart in science. But if you don't know how to interact with people, if you don't know how to gain people's trust, if you don't know how to communicate properly, you're not going to be a good doctor.
Sure.
People are not going to want to come back. The treatments that you're giving, your patients are not going to follow.
Yeah. And
that's why I think knowing like how a family works, family dynamics, how human interactions work, how what a person's tendencies are, especially in the realm of medicine, is so important. Yeah. Because if you give a person a treatment plan, let's say for like I don't know, for cancer or something. Yeah. You have to understand their socioeconomic background. You have to understand their family issues, how that's going to affect how they're getting treated, because all of this is going to impact how the medicine is going to work with them, and whether they're actually going to listen to whether they're actually going to take their medicine, how often they're going to take their medicine, can they afford their medicine, stuff like that. It's so important. So yeah.
So they have to take you seriously and trust you.
They
so
have to, and yeah, if they don't trust their doctor, or if you don't communicate everything properly,
yeah.
something's gonna go wrong.
Advice,
Yeah,
exactly. And
like
they're not gonna get better.
Exactly. So I think that you can be a good doctor if you know your medicine. You can't communicate, but you can't be a great doctor.
Well said. And so beyond HSA, what other orgs are you involved in?
I'm involved in Kappa Rho,
Mm-hmm.
which is a pre-med honor society, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's all female, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah. I mean, it does make a difference, but like it's very fun. I love those girls. We're so supportive of each other. A lot of people have the stereotype that pre-meds are competitive. Pre-meds are they are only think about themselves. They only want to do the best themselves. But everyone is in that org is so supportive of each other. We just all want to see each other succeed, and that's like the most that you can ask out of any org.
Yeah, for sure. So now you are a sophomore.
Yes.
So your freshman year is done.
Yes.
What would you say was the highlight of your freshman year?
Oh gosh, that's so
It's
hard.
a tough one.
No.
But it makes you think.
My highlight of my freshman year. Like, do you mean like a moment or like a day or like just like anything?
Anything. Any
Okay.
experience, any position,
That's
you know?
so hard. I feel like it would be HSA.
Oh.
Like not to like say that because I'm on this podcast.
Yeah.
But like genuinely, I think that HSA is one of the best things that happened to me freshman year, just because I've like been able to flourish in ways that I didn't think I could. I've become a much more confident person, stuff like that. So,
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about? Any interest in particular? You want to talk about some of the work you've done in the child development lab?
Sure.
Any fun stories from the lab?
mean, yeah, like, yes. I'm trying to think of like a specific story. I think that okay, this is interesting actually.
Yeah.
Like last semester I worked in the child development lab as well, and then I worked there over the summer. But last year when I was working there, I was not good with the kids at all. Like this is like I was like very like second guessing myself with the whole like child development thing as well, because I was like not very confident in like with conflict resolution among kids, like when they're fighting or when we actually have a lot of people with like children with developmental disorders as well. I was, when they had a breakdown, I was not like equipped, ready to handle it at all.
For sure.
And it's crazy to see how far I've come in being able to do that. I feel like I'm able to like resolve conflict, facilitate play so much better now.
Yeah.
So there's actually like an autistic child in the class that I work in, and he like has meltdowns quite often.
Yeah.
And like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I actually like fixed not fixed a meltdown. I don't want to say it like that, but like I calmed him down.
Yeah.
And like when I say meltdown, they like get on the floor and like scream and cry. And like it's just very interesting to me about children, because like the reason he has meltdowns is because he's like, I can't do it. And
Aww.
I feel like most of the children who ever have issues, like, and they were writing, like they were learning how to write, is because they feel like they can't do it. And I feel like that's an underlying problem in society, because why aren't we teaching kids that they can do it? And I don't know if it's a human tendency, that, I can't do it, like you're gonna underestimate yourself, but a lot of children just aren't confident in their ability to do something, and they don't, if they feel like they can't do it or if it's difficult, they want to quit. They don't want to persevere through it. And that's very interesting to me.
Yeah, it must take a lot of patience to work in a child development
lab. Yeah, right? I mean, yes, it's quite fun though. It's like, very rewarding.
Not like, but you just have to be very supportive.
It's very rewarding as well though. Like when children like know your name, like because I'm only there for 4 hours a week, and so like when children like know my name, or like when they give me like gifts, like not gifts, but like when they like make something in their art section, and they like in my room I have like a bunch of like things that children have made and they've like given to me.
Aww.
Like that's so special. Like a little girl like gave me like a bracelet that she made with like beads on it, and like it's so sweet. Like that's so rewarding.
Do you wear it?
Yeah, I wore it for a couple days, but now I put it on my bulletin boards.
Yeah, it's probably a safer place for
like,
it.
I don't want to lose it, but yeah.
So you chose to live on campus again after your freshman year.
Yeah.
What inspired that decision?
Honestly, like convenience of location.
Yeah.
Yeah, my roommate and I, we knew that like we were going to be quite busy this year, and like we wanted to be on a place that was close to all our classes
Yeah,
because that's one of the
for
best
sure.
things about living on campus. And also, honestly, I'm such a forgetful person. I like forget something in my room every day, and I have to
So
go
you can
back.
just run back
So if
and-
I like lived off campus, like when I live off campus, I'm gonna have to like fix that about myself
Yeah.
because I cannot be forgetting things in my room. I don't have time to like come back and like walk across like West
Yeah.
Campus. Yeah, and like we were not sick of dorm food yet. And
So that's why I asked the question. I'm trying to get at that.
I'm not sick of it. It's not bad. I think that you have to be very creative in the dining halls.
True.
You have to, and I think if you're creative in the dining halls, it's like really not bad. It's honestly very good.
Top 3 dining halls.
Oh, dining halls. Okay, J2.
Is where does this J2
Oh,
go?
J2's number 1.
Okay.
The fast line and like the so good. J2. I don't know. Kin's is like is not as good as it was last year.
Ooh.
So I'll put that as number 3.
Okay.
And then probably like Littlefield, and I only putting Littlefield as number 2 because of their oatmeal. If you have not had Littlefield oatmeal, like you're missing out on life. It is literally like one of the best things.
Is
on
it different
campus.
from normal oatmeal?
It's like you can put like Nutella in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. And then and then I have to give a shout out because this is not a dining hall.
Okay.
But the acai bowls from
my God,
Greg.
from Greg.
Oh, like I was talking to someone about this yesterday, and I was like, I want to like settle down in Austin just so I can get these.
Keep
acai
going to Greg
bowls
and getting the
on
acai bowls.
like on a normal basis. Like but you have to get the right one, so I'm gonna tell y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so it's the raw acai PB bowl. It's so good. The scooped one.
That's good.
It's so good.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god. Ugh.
And then top 5 places to study on campus.
Oh, okay.
This one comes much quicker to you.
I think my number 1 would be the NHB NHB 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Even though I don't go that often this year, but
Very pretty though.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I also like the Klobby a lot,
Oh
the Carruthers Lobby, just because it's close to my dorm though.
Yeah, for
I also like where is it? My friends and I, we study in like the PCL learning labs a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I enjoy those as well. But that's for like big groups of people. I feel
Yeah.
like if you're like studying, if you want to like get stuff done, then like,
Yeah.
probably not.
I feel like the learning labs are the least depressing part of the PCL.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Top 5. Okay, SAC. I like the SAC 2nd and 3rd floor a lot.
Do you like the fireplace rooms? Like those kind of?
No, the ones on the other side near like the Senate office.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that area. Yeah. I feel like I had some good study sessions there last year. Okay, and then recently I found the Bladdock, which is the Blanton Attic.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, is correct. It's so nice.
I've
It's
never been.
like- I'll take you there.
Okay.
It's so like it was closed last year because people were living in there, but like transitional housing.
Okay. I thought you had like squatters.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really nice. I think it'd get kind of dark during the night though. But
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely check it out
Nice.
for sure.
Awesome. So I think that's all the time we have. So thank you, Sanjna, for
Thank
joining
you,
us on the
Abhay.
podcast. And I'm glad you guys submitted questions. We're gonna try to do
Thank
that
you.
regularly. That was a lot of fun. But see you next time.
Thank you.
Hobbin worth the wait.
Worth the wait,
Feel the love. We don't got no hate.
got no hate.
Bring your friends. Come participate.